Greetings, Captains. I am Wizard, and today I want to show you how I disable, board, and capture ships in Starfield using no suppressors. Using 3 ships from my current fleet, I'm going to capture 3 new ships in this video, starting with the Aetos III, which is identical to the Aetos II, other than it has an upgraded reactor, and I have upgraded the weapons to my preferred PBO 175s and Exterminator 95 MEVs. Same thing with the Citadel II, identical to the Citadel with the exception of the upgraded Pinch 8Z reactor that you can see in the back there, as well as the full stack of level 60 weapons, same as the Aetos III. Now, since this is my heaviest ship, I'm also going to use my lightest ship, which is the Scythe, and it is identical to the build guide and has all of the same weapons as the other 2 ships. Early in this playthrough, I captured the Datura. Now, I wound up just using it to unlock all the ranks of Starship design, but I had planned to build something around it. Either way, I never flew it, and it sat in my hangar, and so when it came time to build a home base outpost, I needed a cargo ship. And once I was done, if anyone has solid information about the cause of this bug, I would love to know what it is. Please let me know in the comments. But once this happened the first time, I tried again. I tried fast traveling to a new location where the ship would spawn with me. So then I figured if I fast traveled to orbit somewhere in the ship, that might solve the issue when I go to land again. But hey, at least I still have Vasco. Alright, loading a previous save and selling this one. Quick disclaimer while I go over crew and skills. If you're somebody that boards ships often, you obviously prefer to use suppressors. So you can still apply the techniques and tips that I use in this video to your gameplay. I would just recommend switching the exterminators out for the suppressors of your choice. Personally, I rarely board ships, so I don't have the need for it. It's kind of a waste for me. I would rather use the damage. But again, if this is something that you do often, then that would be best for you. Now let's get in the Aetos III and do some work.
Pre-check complete. We're good.
I made several jumps in the Aetos III before I decided to just go to the key and grab a pirate ship. So when you spawn into a battle, definitely try to start doing damage if you're in range, and luckily with the particle beams you should be in range. But I would try to prioritize lower level targets first, as you want to minimize the amount of ships that are doing damage to you at the same time. The higher level ships obviously take more time, but you can avoid a lot of their damage, as I'm doing here, with smart maneuvering. So take out the lower level ships first, and in this case we're obviously saving the highest level ship for boarding. So you'll notice I am taking care not to do any damage to that level 62, and I am simply taking out the trash right now. Now, as soon as I have all the support ships out of the way, what you'll notice is I only attack my boarding target with my exterminators, and you can tell because there's only 3 particle beams when I'm firing. I'm using all 3 still right now, but when it comes to boarding, the key to this is only using your weakest weapon group. So now I just have 1 more support ship to take out, and then we can focus on our boarding target. Now, first things first, you want to take down the shield before you enter targeting mode. So be careful not to go past it, because you only want to do hull damage to the ship with the engines targeted. Now he's boosting, so I'm just being patient. Now I want to get in a good position. Keep myself behind him. Shields are down. Enter targeting mode, target the engines, and just fire one burst. And in this case, one burst was all it took, and this ship still had most of its HP. So now, of course, get in the ship, clear it out, and claim it for yourself.
No idea how well armed they are. Assume the worst. There you are.
With the crew eliminated, we are free to claim this ship. So what I have read is that if you don't go directly to a landing pad somewhere to register your stolen ships, it could cause the disappearing ship bug. I don't know if I'm correct on that, if I have something mixed up, but again, in the comments, if anyone knows more about this bug, please let us know. So, to hopefully avoid that bug, I go straight to my outpost landing pad and register the ship. We now have a Banshee 3, and we can go get the next one. Now we're going to get in the Citadel and see how it stacks up in combat. I've found success at Fermi 4, and these Ecliptic were picking on some Freestar. So clearly this is one of those scenarios where it's difficult to capture a ship, but in this case Freestar was outgunned, so I just let the Ecliptic take care of them to make sure that they didn't destroy my boarding target. So now that I just have Ecliptic left, I already have the trash taken out, and we can focus on this Claymore 3. Taking out the shields now, and I stopped just before just to be safe. Again, only firing the exterminators because they are my weakest weapon group. And he was already facing me as I was recovering from a reverse thrust, so he nearly destroyed me here, but I managed to make it. Took a ship part 2 right before, and now it's our turn to take this ship.
All this extra risk is worth it. We could have just blown it up.
Take this ship.
And with the crew disabled, we are now free to eyeball the Citadel and then claim this ship. So 2 down, 3 to go. We're gonna get in the Scythe next. Hopefully that'll be nice and easy, because that ship is very fast. And this time I decided to jump straight to New Atlantis to register this one.
No problem.
Again, hopefully avoiding the bug. But now we have the Claymore 3. Last but certainly not least is the Scythe. I go straight to Serpentis for this one, but instead of providing my commentary, as I did for the last 2, I'm just going to sit back and let you watch this one for yourself. Now this first jump there was no boardable ship, but I wanted to show it anyway because I was able to get a high level ship on my second jump into the Serpentis system. Enjoy! And we are once again triumphant. Now I just want to point out this was a level 54 ship and my character was right around level 70, so despite having very strong particle beams, I was still able to board a ship that was fairly lower level than me at this time. So just to point that out, it doesn't have to be a really high level ship, you just have to use some finesse to board ships with no suppressors. So I'm going to register this really quick, and that is 3 out of 3 done. Thank you all so much for watching and for the continued support. My next ship build is going to be the one that I teased in the beginning of this video, and basically it is meant to be the ultimate maximum capacity cargo hauler that you can build in the vanilla game. So, of course, it has no shields and no weapons, and only 1 hab unit strictly for attaching the landing bay and the docking port. So, make any guesses you want as far as what the capacity of that one is. That video will be out soon. See you in the next one.